Ha! Ha! Ha!
Is that from this movie?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I was like, wait, that was from a movie. That was from Pulp Fiction, which is also Quentin Tarantino, which is a connection.
Okay, I gotta tell you, I have been calling this Pulp Fiction. I keep
literally they say Kill Bill like 100 times in the movie.
It's not a hard movie title, but I just keep saying Pulp Fiction, Pulp Fiction, Pulp Fiction. And we haven't talked about this too much because I know I like randomly sent this to you where I've dabbled in script writing. And Jaws was my inspiration and also was Pulp Fiction. So I like downloaded, like you could go find their screenplay. Yeah. And I started because I'm a nerd, like looking at their patterns of how they like set up the movie. Like what makes their movie so good, those two movies. Right. And because I was like analyzing Pulp Fiction so much, I think that's why I'm like applying it to this movie because they have similar patterns. Like they start off with a quote. Yeah. It's very like cut scene. They go back in time, in time. I read some interview where he talked about in the first page has to be action. Like in your first page, like don't give us this long backstory of like what's happening. Like get us into like a dialogue basically. And that happens like right away in Kill Bill 2. So yeah. So I'm going to call this probably Pulp Fiction once or twice, which you can edit or not. And we're all just going to have to deal with it.
Well, I don't like extra editing. So we're just all going to leave it. And that will be the drinking game for this episode is every time Bridget accidentally calls this Pulp Fiction, everybody take a sip. So good luck, guys. I hope you make it to the end.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, 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 sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hello!
Hello there!
How we doing?
Y'all ready to swing?
Ah! No, that's
I have
three
to like
ninjas.
channel my three ninja noises for some of this. There were funny sound effects, by the way.
I read a little bit of why.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. Oh my god,
but
I'm so excited.
It's also not totally fully explained. I forgot to also mention, did you see the Instagram I sent you of the stunt double for Uma Thurman?
Wait, no.
Zoe Bell?
When did you send that?
Like 4 days ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I will look at that. Oh.
Okay, but you know what? We forgot who the heck we are.
Who are we? Wait, I'll tell you who we are. We're here to kill Bill. No, we're not. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Jokes. So, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And bing, 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 bing. That's like one of my favorite parts. It's
honestly,
so
the music does a lot for this movie.
100%.
And Kate, what is this movie?
Oh, well, this movie is the 2003 movie Kill Bill Volume 1, which is the best volume.
I believe it's Vol with a period.
All right. You know, jeez, I didn't put a period, so I would have got that wrong in trivia.
Well, add it to the trivia list.
Boop! Updated.
Oh, me, oh my. This is a good movie.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
This is a really good movie, and when it came out, I really remember watching it as, okay, whatever, I was a teenager then.
Yeah.
And no one had ever seen, like, that amount of blood.
It's amazing.
That's what everyone would talk about. And now you look at it, and you're like, kids' video games and, like, TikTok has more blood in it. You know, like,
Jesus,
wow.
What TikToks are you watching? My God.
I'm on Murder Talk. No, I don't even know what that means. But just, it's so,
Yeah.
like, interesting looking back and being like, it's not that bad now. They make it, like, he's fun with it. It wasn't,
Yes.
like, really, truly gory real. I mean, did you get some severe Wednesday Adam vibes?
From
the blood, like, squirting up like a fountain?
Honestly, I didn't, but now, forever and always moving forward, I will think of that. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. What a reference.
I thought you would totally be like, yes, Bridget, duh.
No, I don't know why I didn't connect that, but yeah, the blood splattering is like so ridiculous. It's so funny.
Okay.
Bridge,
My turn?
I want you. No, you gotta do it. I need you to do it.
Oh boy.
Phew.
Okay. Let me read the one sentence first.
Great.
Okay.
Check the box.
Uma Thurman is a samurai swinging ex-assassin. Say that 5 times fast.
Samurai swinging ex-assassin. Samurai swinging ex-assassin. Samurai swinging
Exactly. On a
Okay.
mission of revenge against her ex-boss and lover in this Quentin Tarantino film.
That's it?
That's it.
Well,
okay, so I gotta say that you really could make this a short synopsis or a really long one. The short synopsis is Uma Thurman, who, oh my god, is just so freaking good.
Awesome.
In the first volume, she is the bride. That's what she's called.
Yes.
They blank out her name. I think in the other movies you learn her name. But Uma Thurman, the main character, the bride, you learn the horrific things that have happened to this woman, which is on her wedding day, she is fully pregnant, and the crew, which is called Kate.
The Deadly Viper Assassination Squad?
The Deadly Viper Assassins.
Oh, Assassins. Okay.
With her ex-boss Bill, come in and basically murder like 9 people, all of her family and best friends, her future husband, her baby, ... Is it? You learn at the end.
Cliffhanger.
You learn at the end that she actually has a baby alive, but she thinks the baby's dead. And they thought she was dead, and that was like the whole mission, was to assassinate everybody in her life. But she survived and is on a revenge killing spree. And I mean, honestly, if you put some creepy music and had like a horror film direct this is like a Michael Myers
I was gonna
movie.
say, she could be Michael Myers without the mask. We've never seen him without his mask, people. So,
Well, I mean,
for
it
all
could
we
be
know,
Uma
they are
Thurman.
the same person.
I mean, she's pretty tall. So throughout this revenge is she goes through the Deadly Viper Assassins, and one by one we meet them, and one by one she has like a battle. And since they didn't think she would survive, everyone that meets her is like, oh yeah, I could see why you want to kill me. And it's just like action packed.
Yes.
And she, in the midst of it, she also goes all the way to Okinawa to get some special sword that like
Hattori Hanzo.
oh,
He's great.
So
We
he
love
is
him.
so good.
We love him.
And, you know, you kind of learn she's obviously, like, really skilled, but they all are, and it's just endless fighting, really. Bill, her ex-boss, we don't really get to meet, like, that much. We just kind of hear him, and has a very Charlie's Angels vibe of, like, this voice.
I have a Silvio from The Sopranos face on right now.
You got, like, a bass face. Like, what's that about?
I just I don't like Bill. I don't like him. I know we're all trying to kill him, but I don't like him.
Well, it's kind of a misleading title because we don't really kill Bill, do we? We kill everybody else.
Everybody else around you is dead except for the main person. So
And
that's
I'll
annoying.
list some of those characters. So we have Vivica A. Fox, who is Vernita Green. Amazing.
So great. Yes.
Daryl Hannah, who is Elle Driver.
Yes.
Lucy Liu, who is Oren Ishii. And we don't get into the other ones. I think those are the main ones that we kind of meet, right?
They show a clip of Bud.
Okay.
Which is the worst name ever, but I guess that's the point. And he's Bill's brother.
Okay.
But you don't see Bill.
Yeah. You see some of the other, Grody, the guy Buck, but they're not really part of the, assassin crew. I think
great.
Vivica A. Fox, Lucy Liu, and Daryl Hannah are part of it. But
Yes.
honestly, his movies are long.
Mm-hmm.
This was about like over an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like almost 2 hours.
2 hours. And obviously this is volume 1 of 2? No.
Yeah, 2.
2.
Just 2.
And by the end of it, I think it's really exciting. You're on the edge of your seat and you can't wait to see what's next. And I'm literally ready to pop in the next one, which is giving me very serious Lord of the Ring vibes. So, Kate, what am I missing? I just kept babbling. So was that a synopsis? So
we did talk about the music and how that's a fun time.
Wow.
And we talked about how everyone around you is dying and there are Addams Family-esque blood splurting, which I love. I love a lot. Yeah, that was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, good. I'm trying to see who did the music for Kill Bill. They say RZA. Is it RZA? RZA? I feel very stupid. Whatever.
I don't know.
Is.
I mean, it was all different songs, and actually, like, there were a lot of parts where I like was really into the song, and it was like really matching like the energy of the scene, and then it would like stop, and I was like, oh, damn it! Like, you never got really a full song. It was always kind of like cut short or it would change, which I guess is fucking fine, Quentin, but like
no, I'm looking at like the list. It starts off with that like bang bang, like bang bang.
Oh, that one might be a full song
down.
actually, because that's like the opening credits.
Yep.
Yeah.
But oof, I mean, we got to get into this. And okay, if we're gonna be honest, we do some nostalgic movies. Three Ninjas. Not a lot of people do. Okay. I'm sure there's a zillion people that have done Kill Bill, right? I'm sure there's 1,000 movie reviews. But Kate, we're going to put our sister spin on it, don't you think?
I do think, Bridge, because this is a female empowerment movie and I'm fucking ready for women to be murdering everyone. I mean, what? Did I say that out loud? I'm so sorry. Nobody arrest me.
I'm just going to tell you that if I left an ex and that mofo came to my new wedding while I was pregnant and murdered all my friends and family, I am doing this. I am coming back.
And I will join you. Also, we'll have matching track yellow suits for the murder spree. I don't even like when exes fucking friend me on Facebook. This is a recent thing for me, and I'm having trouble with it. We all hate it. Like, don't.
Bill represents all exes. Let's kill Bill.
Kill.
Okay.
Yeah, but we get a good intro because, like you said earlier, Quentin starts off a lot of his movies with a quote. And so, do you know what the quote is, Bridge?
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Like ice cream. No.
No, ice cream's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then right away I wrote, whoa, she's messed up. Because it's a close-up to her, like, bloody, beaten face in that, like, black and white, and you're just like, whoa, like, that's jarring.
And there's a couple times in the movie where it will cut to black and white, and I don't know if you looked into, like, fun facts or if this came up at all, but I feel like I remember reading that some of the parts that turned to black and white was to, like, kind of help keep down the rating, so it wouldn't be, like, X-rated or something because of, like, the gore and the blood.
Yes.
But I don't know if I made that up in my brain.
No, you're right.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
That is true.
She looks real bad in this part. Ew, and I fucking hate how he's being so mansplaining condescending, and he's, like, trying to, like, clean her face. I'm like, but you just, like, fucked her face up, so, like, that was you. Mm-hmm. So, like, don't make a mess and then fucking clean it up on someone's face. Like, clean up your own face, I fucking hate it.
Also, like, who is monogramming his handkerchiefs to say Bill?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, did he, like, contact an Etsy shop and was like, hi, I'm gonna need you to monogram this while I butcher my ex?
Honestly, Etsy owners or whatever you call yourselves, like, don't sell to those people.
Do your due diligence. Be like, Bill, handkerchief, I've seen this before. No
See
thanks.
something, say something. Yeah. So right away we get kind of the setup, which obviously we're like, okay, not great. We just started. We don't know what's happening. And he kind of like gets a gun set up to shoot her. And right before he shoots her, she goes, Bill, it's your baby. And I don't know if she actually finishes it, but
no,
you get the gist.
It. She says it's your baby.
It's your baby.
And it's
and
like
then
the
boom.
timing. Boom.
And then it's the credits and the very, very on the nose music choice, which is Bang Bang, He Shot Me Down.
Ooh. Do you know what I thought about? I thought about, do you think and we don't actually get this answer, did he know always it was his baby? Did he only know because she said that? Did he like take the gun and maybe like, shift it to the right because she said it? You don't, it's a good line.
I'm trying to remember volume 2 because they do a lot more flashbacks. Like you see kind of the setup of that in volume 2, like how that got to where it was, because he comes to visit her and he's very like nice, and then she's like, you should walk me down the aisle. Like, girl, like he's like a trained assassin killer. What is wrong with you? Like,
exes
do not trust.
are not allowed at the wedding,
especially if they have shoulder length hair. Okay, I don't want to say it again, listeners. All right. Anyway, so now she's shot and everything's horrible, and then we get where do we get?
Well, hold on. I want to go back to, he does very much, I'm going to quote was it our third movie or second movie? You were very mad I suggested Babe.
Wait, I was not mad. You suggested Babe.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
offended you said that. I love Babe.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
so annoyed you just said that. How dare you? Take it back right now.
He does a lot of chapters, and Babe was like a novel-inspired movie, but here I was like a little lost. I was like, okay, it says chapter 1, and then underneath it is the number 2, and I'm like, but is there 2 chapters? Is this chapter 1.2? Like, I'm so confused. And
so you needed like the singing mice? Is that what you're trying to do? You needed the Babe singing mice to explain? Okay.
This is Vivica Fox. And then you're like, okay. Yeah, I understand why he breaks it up, because there's a lot of like time jumping, and I think that's really hard to like naturally just flow backwards into a flashback.
Yeah.
But did it distract you, or you just kind of like, well, who cares? You're probably like most people, and I was reading way too far into it.
I didn't mind it because when we got to the one chapter where I knew it was going to be, okay, we're finally in like Tokyo, and that's the best part of the whole damn movie, I was like, thank God we're at this chapter. So I don't know. I didn't mind it as much.
Okay, but yeah, we get right up to the house, and Vivica A. Fox. Holy cowsers.
Yeah. And he does a good setup. You kind of see when she's walking up to the house that there's like kids' toys. So you're like, okay, this looks like a normal house, and there's like clearly a child or more live here, and what's gonna happen? And then right away they start fighting, and it's like they're trying to kill each other, and then the bus pulls up.
Ooh.
Awkward. And I don't know if you thought of this.
Oh no.
Probably not, because this is how my brain works. So our movie last week was Save the Last Dance, right?
Okay.
What was the name of her daughter that then rolls up and is like, Mom, you broke the glass thing?
Well, in this movie was Nikki, right?
Yeah, and you remember Nikki from Save the Last Dance, who had a chip on her shoulder? Because my fan theory is they are the same person, and Nikki's all pissed off because her mom literally got murdered by some random blonde white lady, and then frickin' Julia Stiles rolls up and dances horribly into the scene and steals her boyfriend, and she has trauma. That's my fan theory. Thank you. Good night.
Wait, okay, if your theory works, because if you do the math, Save the Last Dance comes out in 2001.
I don't think that's not math, but I would actually really, the part, so obviously, like, then she ends up killing Vivica A. Fox, and the kid unfortunately sees, which is really horrible, and I hate it, but then she says to the kid, she's like, I didn't mean to, like, do this in front of you, and, like, whatever, and then she's like, if you want to come and murder me, I'm ready, and every time I see that scene, I'm always like, yo, I know sequels are annoying, and I know sometimes they're cliche, but, like, I would freaking love
it!
If we have a sequel with this girl, she grows up, and she goes to do revenge on Uma Thurman. I think that would be so amazing.
It would be amazing. I thought the same thing. I thought, I want it, and I like, too, that Uma Thurman even was like, she had it coming. Like, she didn't even, because, okay, let's say she grows up and she's like, why did you kill my mom? And it's like, well, your mom murdered 9 of my best friends, my baby, and my husband.
My almost baby, yeah.
I'd be like, ooh, my mom kind of messed up there. Like, ooh, I'm sensing where this came from.
In our version of the movie, Nikki, the first scene is Nikki. It's like a parallel to this scene where Nikki goes to Uma's house to kill her, and they get in a fight, and then Uma explains what happened, and then her and Nikki pair up to go murder other people who suck. And then it's like, you know, new assassination squad, but without stupid Bill because he sucks.
Oh my god, and Uma Thurman, like maybe she's like out of the game, so she's got like a bad back and she's got to get back into it.
She's in a wheelchair. Oh no.
No, well, she's like rusty, you know, she's got to get back into it. And so the young one, like kind of like a Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid style, like gets her into it.
Like, this is like Cobra Kai on Netflix. We need a Netflix series of like Kill Bill. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, trademark. No one steal that. Okay.
Okay. The only thing too I thought about with this is I kind of felt like Vivica A. Fox's character set up the whole like 2 a.m. Let's go to the park. All dark. We're all black. And I thought, well, that would have been cool too to see. Like,
would have.
Really? You just had the gun and went for it? I was like, dude, this is weak. Your daughter's in the house. I was like a little annoyed by it.
Did you see the name of the cereal she was pouring?
No, that's a great trivia question. What?
Because it's foreshadowing cereal. It's called Kaboom cereal.
Wowee.
And that's what she shoots through, so you don't see the gun.
Whatever they say about Quentin Tarantino, those little details are amazing.
Yes, agreed.
That's what makes this movie amazing. Okay, so right off the bat, action. And then we get to chapter 2. And there's no number under it. It's just chapter 2.
And chapter 2 is like the flashback, so now we're like 5 years earlier. I don't know. I'm lost. This is where it's like after the
4
murder.
years was the coma.
Okay. Well, this is like, you see some cops like being like, wow, all these people got murdered. What a day. Crazy. And then that's where you find out Uma ain't dead because she's spitting on people.
And I was like, ew. But I also thought, that's kind of cool. The guy was being gross, you know? He was like
being gross.
He's like, what a looker you have here. I'm like, it's a dead body that's beaten, sir.
Sir? Dead body, sir.
Sir?
Sir. Not okay. Gross.
But yeah, and honestly, then we get to what I was trying to whistle earlier.
It's hard to whistle.
The like,
oh, you're good at it.
ha-ha!
I can't do the inflections.
All the dog whistling for my dog that never listens to us. Penny!
Your dog who may or may not be a dog version of Uma Thurman on Revenge with Squirrels. Yes.
Wow, that's definitely true, because she's almost ripped my arm off for one of those puppies. Oh man. Wait, okay, Kate, I know with the outfits, I know how I am or whatever.
Okay,
but
did
you notice something about Daryl Hannah's coat?
Her coat.
So she comes in with this coat, and then she changes into the nurse's outfit.
Yeah.
The coat, there's a belt on the coat, but it's like printed onto the actual coat.
Oh, it's not like a real belt.
It's not like a real belt.
It's like a Halloween costume belt.
Yeah, it feels like you're watching a cartoon.
Oh, that's so weird.
So if you go back and look at it, it's just kind of like creepy.
Yeah.
Because what I noticed that he does in this film, and I read it like this is why he bleeped out Uma Thurman's name, is he keeps trying to like be a little more playful with it. And I think it's like the hiding the gore and this was so crazy back then. And so I don't know, I noticed like little details like that, and I'm like, was that on purpose to be like, we're being playful? Like basically someone drew on a belt onto this like white fabric, and I don't know. Again, I could be reading into it, but I just all these little subtleties. But she switches into her nurse's outfit and then basically has like the death needle, and she is ready to kill her. I mean, she despises Uma Thurman. My God.
And she does a weird monologue about like, I fucking hate you and now I'm gonna kill you and what a day. And then literally as she's about to inject, Bill's like, wait. We still got a volume 2, girl. Pump the brakes. All right. She's still gotta try and kill me. And he's like, we can't like kill her that way. That's like totally not fair. And then he again is super gross on the phone with her, and I'm pretty sure he's having sex with all these women.
Ew.
And I hate it so much, and it's so the worst. And it's the worst, and I hate it.
I mean, honestly, it could have been like Kill Bill, like herpes, volume 1. Like we all hate him because he's just a big old hoe.
Kill Bill, get him tested, and then kill him. Yes.
So first of all, that's a little bit of an annoying scene because I was like, wait, Bill, now you have morals? Like, you massacred all of her friends and family.
Yeah.
But you're going to be like, we don't do this. We're above this. You're like, shut up.
No, I think he was just horny and he was like, Daryl Hannah, quick, come back. I'm lonely.
Ew. No, I
Because
hate
it's gross.
it.
It is gross. We hate it.
But I do love that he's like, you saw, we beat the hell out of that woman and we didn't kill her and you saw that with your own beautiful eye. I was like, this is, all these word choices are so bizarre, but
yeah.
But then that's how I know it's 4 years, because we get the 4 years later. And
right.
Okay, here's my Pulp Fiction. Take a sip.
Take a sip.
When she goes, and she like comes back up. Isn't that giving you her same vibes with her cocaine? Like resuscitation?
Yes.
Yeah, and then how about when she like knocks on her head because there's a metal plate, and then she realizes the baby's gone?
That's sad. I hate that.
I hated that too. I was like, oh my god. And then what I didn't understand, okay, you're telling me 4 years, you're in a coma, you're realizing like kind of what's happening to you. She somehow has the instinct to be like, oh, I'm gonna pretend I'm still in a coma because what, bills everywhere and everything. I'm like, why couldn't she be awake when a nurse came in?
Because the nurse was gross.
I know he was gross, but I'm saying like she's literally waking up from a coma, and all of a sudden she was like, oh, let me pretend to be in a coma still. I'm like, what? I wouldn't even, there's no way. This is why I couldn't be an assassin.
I don't know. She's a trained assassin. Who the fuck knows?
True. And this scene.
This is another, this isn't even a Sopranos scrunchy face. I don't know what face I'm doing.
This is something that I am very afraid probably happens a lot.
Me
where
too. Disgusting.
There are disgusting people that have sex with people in comas, and I hated it. It was disgusting.
But thankfully, we get quick vengeance on that nastiness, because before that guy can be gross, she literally bites his tongue out, and like, damn, girl. I mean...
So would you like die if someone just kept biting your tongue and like ripped it off? Because I thought like, wow, that's a pretty strong bite.
I don't know if he's dead. Maybe he just like passed out, but like, he don't have a tongue.
Well, he looks very bloody. Like it's as if she cut his head off. And I thought, I mean, is that like good defense mechanism if someone's coming at you just to bite their tongue off?
I'll bite something. I don't know. Get him away from me. Gross.
Yeah.
And then she does the worst thing, but like, it's good for her, but like, I hate looking at it, where she has a knife and then she's waiting near the door and she slices the ankle. Horrific. Horrific.
Okay. Why? Because that, I think, does that for everybody. Like, do you think, because I was like trying to remember back in the day, like the way that our bikes were as kids, like what sliced your ankle when you were younger that like made it so horrific? Because I felt the same way. Like I felt this like visceral reaction to don't slice the ankle. Just, oh God! Like, what is that? Why are we so afraid of that?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay. I mean, this theme is I'm overanalyzing a lot, but you know.
I don't know. I mean, the Iliad?
Okay.
I don't know. It's the worst.
But basically, she then has the flashback that is Buck, and he likes to fuck, and basically raped her, right? And so she starts slamming his head with the door. And then I got, like, very violent, and I started writing things like, cut his dick off! And I don't even know. I just got crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I think the door slamming of the head was really great, because... It's efficient, it's painful for him, and like, go fuck yourself. And then she gets his stupid sunglasses, and then she somehow finds a wheelchair, and then she somehow gets his keys, and she somehow finds his car, and his car is also gross, which this is negligence on the hospital for hiring any man who owns a car that says pussy wagon on the side, because that's your first clue that this is not okay. And Bridge, what do we get when she's in the van?
Oh, I couldn't stop thinking about you.
It.
I couldn't stop thinking about you.
We're all there.
I said, why isn't Katie texting me this scene right now? Quentin Tarantino's first foot fetish scene. Wiggle your big toe. And you're gonna zoom into her. And I'm just gonna say, this is something I guarantee none of the movie reviewers are thinking about, because most of them are men. But who the fuck is doing her nails while she's in a coma for 4 years? Because those puppies were painted.
Even her hair, I was like, girl, someone cut your hair. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Buck. I don't know who did it, but somebody did it.
I mean, is it that natural? Get out of here. But she had like light lavender, and it looked beautiful. And I was like, that's not how that works.
Yeah, but we see close-up feet and nobody but Quentin likes it. So, and there were a lot of other feet parts, by the way, that were unnecessary. But that's how we go. So we get, while she's like, well, I'm trying to wiggle my toe, let me give you some exposition. You're like, thanks, because I lost what chapter I'm in, and I hope there's not a quiz later, because I don't know where we are, and what's happening. And so you learn a little bit more about the Deadly Viper assassinations. I wrote Deadly Viper Assassination Squad. Maybe I'm adding words. I don't know.
No, I think you're right. I don't remember. Okay. I'm going to trust you on this. But we switched to a cartoon, Kate, and it was freaking awesome.
I do like that. And again, I feel like they did that because it was to like tone down on the rating, right? Because it was like, well, it's cartoon.
Yeah. And even the cartoon, I was like, oh, it's just, it had like kind of a Pokemon anime, like horror.
Fucked up Pokemon, but yeah.
Oh my God. And just
no Pikachus here.
No Pikachus. But just the way, that sounded sexual, but I don't know. I just thought it was so freaking cool. And this is where he keeps your attention. He does a really good job where, I mean, let's face it, that could have been a little boring if it was like a cute little kid. And
right.
I also think he was able to play with some of the shots, like the kid under the bed and like the sword comes, almost hits him. And then like the whole bed is full of blood. To actually film that would probably be like impossible, but it had the same impact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't know. The drama. It was just,
it's a lot of drama. Like this could have been its own whole movie because then she's like, okay, so yeah, everyone around her is dead and everything's wrong. And she's like, I don't know, maybe 10 when she sees that. And then she's like, luckily the guy who killed her parents was a pedophile. And I wrote, we should never say the words luckily and is a pedophile in the same sentence because it's not okay. But she means it in a way to be like, oh, she was able to get close to this guy and then she fucking murders him. So you're like, all right, fine, we'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'll take back my red card. I'll fucking allow it.
I think you could keep up the red card and she could have done it another way too. Like it just, okay, up until this point, we've had an ex-boyfriend murder everybody. We've had people that rape women in comas. We've had bosses that just murder people in front of their kids who are also pedophiles. This whole movie should just be kill men.
Kill men. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Listeners, I swear to God I'm straight. I feel like it comes off like I'm not, but like I just...
And actually, Katie is open to dating and you have to be a strong man and not... Not murder people, not be a pedophile, or rape coma victims. I think there's a lot of men out there.
I don't think I'm asking for a lot. What the fuck? What's happening?
And not have a foot fetish being a big director.
Oh my God, gross. No, please don't. Oh my God. Okay. Basically you get Oren's backstory and you kind of find out, okay, this is why she kind of got into this lifestyle and then very young in her life she became a really top assassin. Okay, cool. That's how she got connected with Bill and this assassination squad, whatever. So she is still up and thriving and she lives in Japan. So that is where we go once our big toe starts to wiggle. Our next step is we go to Japan, which is the best part of the movie.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okinawa, one way.
And the way that it's set up is like, oh, we're going after Oren. We're going after Lucy Liu, but we gotta stop first. And that was kind of fun because, we needed a little bit of a breather. It was like a lot of action. And then we get like 30 minutes in and this is like Jurassic Park. Like I needed a breather and I was ready for it. So then she's casually on a plane and then she casually walks into a bar and she's, it's a little more like chill. And you're like, thank you. I could go to the bathroom, get a glass of water and I'm back at it. But yeah.
This is Hattori Hanzo and he is, just seems like a little bar restaurant owner and she's pretending like she's a tourist and she doesn't know, how to murder people violently, or know Japanese, but she knows both. And they kind of have this exposition where, okay, they're gonna know each other, whatever. And then he's like, what brought you to Okinawa? And she's like, I'm here to see a man. And he's like, oh man, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, a man about a sword. And then he's like, bitch. He's me. And then it's like soap opera, and I'm kind of here for it, and it's a great day.
I mean, it is. So first of all, I read a little backstory that Okinawa is not known for like sushi and food and restaurants. Like, okay, in general, Japan obviously has way more sushi than anywhere else, but they were trying to say like in general, like this is a spot that like someone would hide.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it was like in this area, and someone's just coming in for food, but like they usually don't have customers, which is why his like sous chef and him were just like fighting like crazy in front of each other. And he was like,
that was like Real Housewives.
He was like, I'm never getting promoted and blah, blah. And I think that they could act that way because typically like they're not really getting any customers. It's all like this front for all the crazy stuff he would do with these swords, which is like really cool.
Yes. And then he basically is like, oh shit, the jig is up. All right, fine. So he's like, here, come on up here and look at my swords. And then she's like, oh my God, swords. And then he goes, I don't make swords for death anymore. Sir, what are swords for then? Because this is like the argument with like guns, where it's like, what, you gonna make a gun and like not fucking use it? Because I'm sorry, that's like the point. So like maybe
well, but he felt, so I don't know, because it was 28 years that he had, like, first of all, I'm like, dude, you look amazing. Okay, sir.
What is your skincare routine?
What is your routine? But he has all these kind of like mementos, because he kept kind of saying like, I never want to create something again that kills people.
Then don't fucking make swords, Hattori.
No, but I think he was trying to, like, after the 28 years, he stopped and was like, I'll never do this again. And I gotta say, if you ever want anyone to do anything, you have to say, listen, it's for Bill. And then everyone's like, what? I'm gonna go 28 years and all of a sudden change everything because Bill sucks.
Oh my God, I love how he then like dramatically is like, and then he walks to the like window and he writes Bill, but he writes it like really cool. And I'm like, oh, Hattori.
And great so slow. You're right. This was like a soap opera.
Yes,
drama.
This part, whatever chapter we're on. I don't know what chapter we're on, but like, yes.
And then we have like a ceremony where he like hands her the sword and you're just like, wow, this is... And also like he needs a month, which I was like, dude, it would have been really cool to see like Uma Thurman have fun in Okinawa for a month, but like whatever, I get it.
No time for fun, Bridge. Only time for training.
I mean, it could have been like fun to see it, yeah.
Yeah.
But that could be in the movie with the youngster, Bernita Green's daughter. Like, we could show that scene. That could be like chapter 22.
Nikki from Southside Chicago from Big Last Dance. Yes. Correct.
So, oh my God. But, okay, she's got the sword. This is apparently the best sword in the world. And you're thinking to yourself, yeah, okay, whatever. But then we see her use it. And holy cow, does this sword have magical powers?
Yeah, it's very magical. And there's magical flute, which did remind me of Karate Kid because I was like, this is magical flute time. And I don't know what it means, but here it is, and it came up a lot. But this is the last chapter, I think, which is chapter 5.
Chapter 5.
And this is where I wrote, this is the best part, hell yeah!
Ooh, and it is like...
the best.
This is so good on so many levels.
Ugh.
It was good they spent time giving Oren's backstory, Lucy Liu's backstory.
Yeah.
Because right off the bat, she made her way to like the top of the Yakuza or whatever. And somebody is very mad about it, which is the boss, Tanaka.
Tanaka's a dumbass.
Holy cow, can I tell you, there is nothing more that I would want, although I'd get fired for doing this, is I'm in a giant corporate meeting.
Oh,
and
Jesus Christ.
I'm leading,
nervous where you're going with
I'm
this.
leading a presentation, and some idiot dude is like, "Oh, are you sure your survey questions were right?" Or, where did you get this quote from? And then I jump on the table like Lucy Liu, and I go, pitter, 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 pitter,
and you double time
I slice his head off, and then I explain to everybody, I am a fair and practical presenter, and then I give this whole spiel, and I say, if anyone brings up my survey questions again, and then I show the head. Like, is that too much? Should I take a vacation?
I love that a lot. You may need a break from work, underlying, but like, I support everything you do, except maybe murder. Honestly though, the fucking speech she gives
is so good.
It's so good because it's literally like I feel like you could apply that to so many scenarios, and then you just insert like whatever is the no and be like, if anyone fucking brings this up, I will cut your fucking head off, like this guy, and then you have to have a fake head to hold up.
Oh my god. Well, and a lot of times, like, first of all, whenever they do like female leaders, they're always like really, really evil or really emotional or like whatever. And she played well into the I'm very calm, I'm very considerate, but I'm also going to rip your head off.
I'm also going to double time feet kill you.
And I kind of got some like Joker vibes, didn't you?
Right? Because like the demeanor changed.
And like it really is eerie when someone can do that. And I mean, she's just like a fantastic actress too.
I literally I was like, Lucy Liu, where have you been? Because I feel like I haven't seen her in anything in so long. What the fuck?
My god, right?
Where art thou? Girl,
I don't know.
Last thing I can think of is literally stupid Charlie's Angels, and like I'm pretty sure those movies are trash.
What is she up to? Lucy, come on our podcast.
Lucy, get on here. You don't have to cut our heads off, but we'll find some stupid idiot that you can cut a head off of.
Yeah, whatever you want. I mean, we'll make accommodations.
Yeah, she's so great. And then you do get a little bit of backstory about other characters. So you get backstory about her. They call her... Okay, so the girl Sophie, she's like,
Go-Go. Oh, okay. Oh, Sophie.
There is Go-Go, but then there's Sophie. So Sophie is like... They're like, Sophie is her lawyer and her best friend. And also probably slept with Bill because she also knows Bill. And you're like, this is disgusting. And I hate it so much. Anyway, so that's Sophie. And then she was also there when Uma was getting, like, basically fucking murdered. And she's just, like, talking on her phone like a psychopath because she's a psychopath and we hate it. Then you meet Go-Go, who is an underage, also murderer, and it would have been nice to hear a little bit more backstory about Go-Go, but we don't get that. So, oh well, we just know she's like a murderer, and that's it.
I would love a backstory for Go-Go.
Yeah, and like a prequel.
In the new movie with Nikki, I could see her meeting like Go-Go's like younger sister, cousin, something. Yes. And we get the backstory because I'm with you. I wanted to see it. All we get is a snippet of her at a bar, drunk, and then she just stabs some dude because she asks him, like, do you want to kiss me? And he's like, huh? Okay. And then she stabs him. I'm like, whoa. But, I mean, to have, like, that's a really cool character to have as, like, your bodyguard. You're like, this is really cool.
It's cool, but then there's a part later where she gets... we'll get there. Okay. So then we got those people, and then there's, like, a bald guy who I don't care about, but somehow he's, like, I don't know, something. And then we find out that she has an entourage of, I guess, murderers.
88! Crazy 88!
The crazy 88. So there's like 88 of these people and then plus Go-Go and other people. I don't know. I don't know the math.
Maybe 90, 91.
Don't
but
test
yeah, I understand.
Me.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's cool. So we get the exposition and then you see, okay, now Uma Thurman is in Tokyo. She has a really cool yellow outfit. Somehow she found a matching motorcycle. What?
That was a nod to Bruce Lee. An old Bruce Lee movie.
I love that.
With the outfit.
That's cool.
Because you're kind of like, wait, where is this like random yellow jumpsuit coming from? But again, that's like the play. That's like a little bit of like, we're going to play.
Felt like I was more focused on like, okay, a yellow jumpsuit, fine. Fashion, cool. But like, I feel like a yellow motorcycle that matches, like that would be the tough part.
That would. It's very
Where
superhero.
Are we renting that out from? Does Avis have that? Because I don't think so.
I mean, how cool would it be when she was in Okinawa if she was like painting it, you know? Like that would be awesome.
That's what she's doing, and he's like, God damn it, you're supposed to be training, I'm making you a sword.
She's like sewing her suit. She's like, perfect.
It's very Karate Kid, yeah. Anyway, so, okay. So then this is the best part of the best parts, because this whole part's the best part, but this is really like the big climax is you see Lucy Liu and her, I'm calling them an entourage, because it's not all of the people yet. It's maybe like 10 of them, and they're at this like, I don't even know, is it like a club? Is it a club? Is it like a bar?
It's a restaurant. I think it's a restaurant because the live band felt more as if it was background and like there was a dance floor, but I got very much more of like a restaurant. And how about that song the whole time? Like
freaking love it.
Yeah, it was so
It's
distracting, but it was like perfect distracting.
I love that band.
Oh god, it was so well done. Like it matched the energy of what you needed to keep that scene going, because that was exhausting. I mean, that was like a long fight scene.
Yeah, I mean, the band doesn't sing the whole time, but they like set you up to be like, yeah, death. But they basically, they rent out like some back room, and then they're being assholes to the people who own this place, and then Uma Thurman's there, and she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill all these fuckers because it reminds me of Bill. And she kind of tries to go to like, you know, be snooping outside, and then she almost gets caught, and she pulls a Matilda.
Ooh,
did you see it?
She did.
Pulled a Matilda. She basically somehow magically flies to the ceiling, and now she's like balancing on the ceiling, and that gets her, you know, to safety because nobody checks up there, and then fine. So then she's like, okay, abort. I gotta get a new plan. So she goes to the bathroom, and then who goes to the bathroom, Bridge?
Sophie.
Son of a bitch.
And that woman's stupid cell phone has a crazy flashback trigger where she then decides, like Wednesday Addams, to slice off her arm.
Dude, it is like, obviously in real life, like, I would hate it and go to therapy forever, but in a movie, I'm like, yo, it's fucking amazing. Like, cause it's so brutal and it's so abrupt. She doesn't even say anything. She calls a Ren, and then everybody kind of like runs out or whatever, and she's holding Sophie there, and she literally doesn't say anything else, and then she just slices her arm off. I'm like, damn!
You know what? Women need to learn from this, and women being me, because I feel like I caveat everything I say. Like, if something's intense, I'm like, okay, I know this sounds a little insane, and then you'll say it. Or like, I don't know, this might be mean, and then I say, you know, whatever. But we should all do that. We should just like slice through someone's arm.
That's it.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically. You know? Not real.
Just give it to people straight, you know? Just kind of like slice them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's honestly like, it's so awesome, and I love Lucy Liu's acting, because she just like, she's very stoic, but you can still see her like subtle reactions to things, so she does like react to that a little bit, where she's like, oh my, what the fuck, damn, because that's like her best friend, and now she got one arm, and now she's Bethany Hamilton, she's gonna be serving with one arm, so shit. Lord.
And then it's so cool because every pretty much 2 minutes, 3 people come down, 4 people come down, 5 people come down, and I just kept writing, this scene is insane. She's killing them all so quickly. Like, she just keeps killing. And, okay, so this is where we gotta go back to the stunt woman and give some major props to this Zoe Bell, who also, Kate, is Xena Warrior Princess. Stunt woman.
Bridget, will you tell the listeners what relevance that has for you?
It was one of my most epic Halloween costumes of all time.
It was very epic, honestly.
Like, super epic, and
she had the ring, or whatever it's called. I don't know.
And I would just get drunk and throw it around at people. If you read this woman's history, she is incredible. And she's in a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies, but the thing that made this so good is like, it had a little sprinkle of like Matrix, where like sometimes they'd fly and do silly things, but then it had like, if you're really thinking like Bruce Lee or Karate Kid, like it had some real fighting, like real moves that were fast, and it wasn't like totally camera angles, like just like popping out the eye of that one dude.
I love, but I hate that, because I'm like, I literally wrote, I was like, oh my god, eye snatching foreshadow, because again, listeners, volume 2.
So follow her on Instagram with me, and then we'll just go back and forth on all the cool stuff she does. And like, I think in another life, if I come back, I mean, it would be pretty cool to come back as like a badass stunt woman, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that's so
that
awesome!
Is a cool job. That is cool. All of this is just, it's so fun. I have more fun after like she kills the like handful of people, and then even after Go-Go, I'm kind of like, Go-Go's like, okay, cool, it's different.
Go-Go put up a good fight. Go-Go put up a good fight where she was like, I might, like, because she gets smashed in the head, and that thing has like razor blades, and then she's choking her, and you're like, I'm a little nervous, but you knew she was gonna win because she had to get to Lucy Liu. So you're like, all right, moving on.
Right. So like, I just loved when she's she basically looks back at Oren, and she's like, all right, just you and me. And then Oren's like, fuck no, bitch, we got 88 more, or however many number more, woo! And then they, timing is great, because here we go, and they all show up, and they run in, and it's so dramatic, but I don't hate it. I mean, I don't know, other movies, I feel like sometimes I get annoyed with the cheesiness of stuff like that, but I don't in this movie. I think it's so fun.
It's so fun.
I don't know.
Well, because
it's great.
thought about, okay, here's where I thought this movie is unrealistic. If one of those 88 people had a gun, she's dead.
Right.
But because they all fought with swords, fists, weapons, this actually works, because somebody has to approach you with the sword. The length of the sword is all they could do to kill you. And honestly, her sword is super strong that she just chops their swords in half.
She just chops their swords in half, and then it's every other scene, someone's getting body parts chopped off, to the point where she then makes a speech about, if y'all lost the body part, you're gonna leave it because it's mine. And I was like, Uma, are you really gonna put those on your carry-on? Because we all know you're not. Dramatic.
I kind of liked it. I got some true Game of Thrones vibes from that. Ruthless, there is no mercy. Except for the one guy that she spanks on the butt, Kate. And she says, go home to your mother. And I thought, I understand we want to add a little feminine kind of breath. I don't know if we needed it. Did we need it? I don't think we needed it.
No. And this is actually reminding me of the point I wanted to say about Go-Go, because when she goes to fight Go-Go, before they actually get fighting, she kind of does a little mini monologue where she's like, hey, Go-Go, I know you're 9 or 17. I don't know. You're a teenager. You're underage. And you feel like you have to do this. And she says you have to protect your mistress. And I don't know if I'm being gross, but I just felt like there were these weird sexual undertones that I hate. And I don't know if that was because Bill sucks and he put it in my head because he sucks, or if it was really gross. I don't know, but I hated that. And the whole schoolgirl thing, I was like, I don't like it.
No, the schoolgirl thing is gross. I'm with you.
It got done quickly though, so that's fine.
Yes. And now we get to the end. I mean, we get to the Lucy Liu fight scene, which was done in more of an Oscar-worthy way. We had this beautiful, backyard. I mean, it could have been Mr. Miyagi's house.
Oh my God, could you imagine where he's get off my lawn? And they're we just gotta kill each other first.
Snowflakes are coming down. There's a light kind of film of snow on the ground, and she's taking off her shoes. It has this slower, serious pace, and then that song comes in where the drum beat. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God. And
oh my God. Oh my God. I was it's the clapping song. I'm so excited.
God, it's so good. The music is so good. Okay, but I think there is one and only Bob scene, and I think it's here. Explain to me if I got this wrong. Okay, so it's a good fight, back and forth, right? You're who's gonna win? We don't know. This is kind of the end of the movie, so we don't know. And basically, Uma prevails and slices her head off, which then flies.
It's her scalp, but yes.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, because I thought, wait, how does her head fly off? And then it's her... And then we see her head on her body, and I thought, Bob scene. This makes no sense.
No, it's her scalp. It's the top, it's the crown of her head and hair. But, Bridge, I can understand the confusion because those effects were trash.
Okay. That makes way more sense.
I think that's why, because, he films it in a way where, you don't see her scalped yet. You saw, the hair, blood thing fly, and you're okay, that's black hair. It's not blonde hair, so I guess that was Oren. I don't know. And then you see Oren being wow, that really was the Hattori Hanzo sword. And you're uh-huh. And then it pans back and you see horrible effects of her brain, which is 8 inches above where her forehead should end. And I hate it so much. And I don't understand where the fuck Stan Winston was on this Wednesday when we filmed this, because I feel he could have done it. Jeez.
He would have done it. He would have done it better. He would have had a little velociraptor pop out, and it would have been better. No, but that's really good. And then you're just wow, I'm very satisfied by all of this. And then we go back to Sophie being thrown down a hill, and you're oh man, there's more? This is already a lot. But this is the cool cliffhanger where she was kept alive, and to your point, Bill was stroking her hair. I hated it.
He's disgusting. He's my beautiful Sophie.
Oh my God.
You're gross. Go
Oh my God.
away.
But
Bad touch.
she was like, you're kept alive to tell Bill that I'm alive, so that everyone knows that I'm alive, and I'm on a murder spree, and he better watch mother effing back. And then that's when he kind of, besides the scene with the weird plane in the red sky, and she makes like a children kindergarten murder list, and I'm like,
it was very Billy Madison. I was like, okay.
It was Miss Lippy.
I was thinking of Steve Buscemi's murder list, but yes, Miss Lippy as well. It was both,
it was
honestly.
like, let me put the numbers in red, let me put the names in green. I was like, what in the fuck is this? But then he ends it with, is she aware her daughter is still alive? And you're just like, whoa! The end! So good. So good. So good.
So good. And yeah, and then obviously this is volume 1, so there's a volume 2, and
Woo!
I don't know, volume 2 is fine, but it doesn't hit as well as volume 1 in my opinion.
I don't remember all the details.
Because it's lame. It's a lot of like flashbacks, and she's not in Japan as much, so like, and she's in like a stupid desert, and it's stupid, and then we like see Bill, and you're like, I don't like it.
Oh, well.
That's how I feel about it. But
okay.
Bridge, volume 1. Would you watch or don't watch?
Watch if you saw it 5,000 years ago. Watch if you saw it yesterday. Watch if you saw it last month. Like, watch it. It is so fun. It's fun. I have deemed Jaws is the actual perfect movie, but this is like, he's so tight with this movie. He's like, he's up there.
I mean, I like this a lot more than Pulp Fiction. I feel like this movie is more cinematic because it's got a better pace and it's a little more focused, and like maybe that's because you have one central character, whereas Pulp Fiction it's like 800. I don't know.
The storyline is like, hell yeah, man, keep the story simple.
Right.
It's a woman on revenge, and add in all this other stuff that like we have to pay attention to, but not too much. But like, who cares? And just like hammer it home, and I loved it. I was like, I'm here for it.
Yes.
How about you, Kate? Watch it or don't watch it?
Definitely watch it. Maybe when you get a new boyfriend, watch it with him and see, like, just so you know, this is, if things don't go well, this is your future.
No. Edit that
do
out, because we can't set up your profile where we start off by requesting not to be pedophiles and this, and then the first date is you take them on this movie to warn them. Like, we gotta balance you.
Let's be honest. We all know that the real test of who I will end up marrying is that I force them to watch Degrassi and they don't fall asleep. Like, that's what the real test is. So, anyway, well, Bridge.
What's next?
Okay, our next movie is a very different genre.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I actually want to I'm trying to look at our last couple movies to be like, where did we come from? I mean, we had October, which was a couple weeks ago. We did a lot of like spoopy and all that stuff. And then we did Labyrinth, and then we did a rom-com, and now this is like kind of action adventure. So, Bridge, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going back to the family comedy. And actually, this is a family comedy sports film. Oh, this is from 1994, and this is, I think this is akin with Three Ninjas, where I feel like maybe our family watched this a little bit more than other movies.
I have an idea.
I know I personally quote this a lot, and I don't know if everybody always gets the quotes, but I have way too many opportunities to make this quotes, and you'll understand why when I say the title. So I'm going to read you the synopsis. Or not the synopsis. Can I guess? Yeah.
Is it The Big Green?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know then.
It's not. Okay. But you're like on the right track. So, this is how it's described. Misfits form their own opposing team to an elite Pee-wee football team coached by the elite team coach's brother. This is the 1994 movie, Little Giants. Giants! Help us, God! Which, before every single Giants game, I say at one point, and I'm not sure anyone else gets it. And listeners, just so you understand the context, Katie goes to a lot of New York Giants games because of Drumline, not because of I'm a fan.
Wait, what's the girl's nickname?
Icebox. Which is like a weird nickname now that I'm older, and like, I don't know about it, but like, her name is Icebox. This is Rick Moranis.
Wow.
Ed O'Neill, who was on like Modern Family. Freaking Devin Sawa. You're getting tagged on Twitter. Get ready.
Childhood crush. My God.
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing. And
wow.
I don't know anyone else because what? But yeah.
Wow.
So
we
funny.
watched this so much as a kid.
So much.
And like, no one really knows why. Like, why did we?
Because we owned it on VHS. And I don't know. That's good enough, right?
Oh my God. Oh, this is 1994 too. Like, what a weird time. Like, the 90s, bizarre.
I just remember there's a part, like, I remember, like, the annexation of Puerto Rico. Like, that's another thing I feel like I quote. Like, when the Giants are doing horrible, I'm like, you gotta do the annexation of Puerto Rico. And again, I don't think people get it. So then I'm just like having like these moments where I'm blurting out things no one understands.
Wow. This cast, as you like look through it, it literally looks like they took a dartboard and just chucked it and picked who would be in this movie. It's so random.
I was thinking, I'm like, last year in November, we did do a football movie. We did Remember the Titans. So I was like, all right, let me do like another football movie. What's maybe a different genre to shake it up? So that's what I came up with.
Wow.
And I'm excited. I can't remember the last time I watched this, honestly.
This is so good. And if we have people that watch movies before we do the reviews and you have never seen this movie, get on it. Get on it. Like,
get ready.
I'm just, because I think this might be hard to explain if you haven't seen the movie because it's so ridiculous from what I remember.
I mean, it's basically Bad News Bears, but like football.
Wow.
So,
Kate, you blow me away with these picks. You blow me away. Save the Lads Dance, Little Giants, my heart. How? My heart, you touch it every time, Kate.
Yes, very nostalgic.
What episode will that be? That will be 75. Wow.
Well, and Bridge.
Yeah.
I just want to say, if you were getting married again, renewing your vows with your husband, I suppose, and some stupid ass ex comes in and is a little bitch, and he's like, I'm actually here to murder all of you, I would randomly materialize into the scene in a yellow jumpsuit with a samurai sword that I got from Okinawa, and I would fucking murder him.
Oh my God, yes! I love it,
And then I would
Kate.
make a Lucy-Lou speech about how if any other ex-boyfriends want to come in here and fuck shit up, this is what's gonna happen to your head. So, yep, it's because I love you.
Wow. Well, Kate?
Bridge?
I don't think I can top that, actually. That's so good.
Just say same, so I know you're,
Kate,
with me.
Same.
Okay.
I like the materializing, but like, I also would create an entire movie of like tracking down whatever motherfucking ex had the audacity to, whatever you said. Yeah. Okay. It's late. Let's go to bed.
Okay. Well, and listeners, if you also hate baby men ex-boyfriends and think that cutting off heads of assholes is a fun time and revenge is a dish best served cold,
full
much
circle.
like ice cream, you should write us a review.
Hey!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. If you scroll down on the main page, there's a form you can fill out to request a movie. So we are, just doing what we want.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we're pulling a go-go, okay?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we are coming up on the holiday month, which is the month of December, so if you have a burning desire to request a holiday-related movie, that could be any holiday, by the way, listeners. We are open-minded people here on Sisters Who Seen It. You can do that, and that would be fun, because I don't think we've ever gotten fan requests that are, like, holiday-related. We might have. I feel like maybe maybe one of my friends might have given me one, but yeah, so check that out because that's going to be coming up in a couple weeks. And
I love it.
Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
Oh my gosh, you can buy us coffee because if we have to go on a murdering rant with our exes, we are gonna need a lot of energy. There's 88, crazy 88. There's at least 100 people dying, and we're gonna need some coffee.
Yeah.
But back to the main point. So what you can do is you can give us money. It's on our site, and these magical people do it, and it's lovely. And we know we should keep going. You know, like we should keep going. We should keep drinking coffee, and especially in the holiday months, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I should get Katie a present or something for all the editing, right?
Oh,
so like.
No!
We should fund that. Let's help.
Okay.
Go fund that.
Just give me a Hattori Hanzo sword. No problem.
Oh, Kate!
Spend a month in Okinawa. Like, whatevs. No big deal, right?
I guess that's just like a little request. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Okay.
Totally.
All right, listeners, check all that out, and we hope to hear from you.
Get your pom-com, get your football pads, because next week it's Little Giants or Bust. Let's go, baby!
Little Giants or Bust.
Kate, you'll thank me later.
Oh, shit.
It's from the movie!
It is from the movie.
You looked at me like, wait, what?
Okay, ready? Here's my reference from the movie. Thank you, football god! Which, again, is a quote that I often say when, things are going well for the football team, and I don't think anyone knows what it's from but me. So.
Not after this episode. We'll see you then, folks.
We'll see you then for Little Giants. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye. Love you.
I love you.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswho'veseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.